LWL Sessions, and today we have a very special guest. It is Claudine Land, the community liaison for Grace Klein Community. Thank you so much, Claudine. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do? What is your day-to-day life? What do you do on a daily basis? How does that look?
Okay, well, thank you, Carrie. It's great to be on your podcast. I am the community liaison with Grace Klein Community, and on a day-to-day basis, I tell everyone I live out of my SUV
Oh,
because I'm always, Carrie, traveling and connecting with schools, businesses, nonprofits, churches, to form relationships and maintain those relationships and tell the community what we do here at Grace Klein Community and spread the love and just really just form those lasting partnerships.
oh, I
And we
love
just
that.
want to also reach out to help the community that is food insecure as well.
Love that. That's incredible. And so you work with Grace Klein Community, and I've had the honor to volunteer a few times this summer, and I'm so excited to go back. Can you tell us more about Grace Klein and Feed Beham and what it's all about?
I sure will. Thank you. That's a great question. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. So, Grace Klein Community is a nonprofit organization. And again, we partner with food industries, various businesses, grocery stores, restaurants, you pretty much name it. And for talking about food, we get their food, and we do not want to see food go to waste.
Yes.
It is such in the United States a huge underlying problem with food going to waste. And so we want to help alleviate that. And so the food that we get when we partner with various food distributors, we take that food and then we give it back out into the community. And then, of course, we do that, Carrie, in several ways as well. And I'm sure we'll go further into that conversation in just a few minutes. But that is the overall gist of it. We just don't want food to go to waste. And we also want to help the community that is food insecure.
I love it. Being able to volunteer at the Hoover location and seeing the food coming in, and it's good food. Like it's food that like you would eat, and it's not even sometimes we think about food and rescuing it and you have a negative connotation, but it's good food. Like it's food like that I would eat if it was on my counter. But for some reason, because of that one special date, or it maybe looks bad, it has to be tossed. And I love what y'all are doing by taking actual good food and giving it back to the community.
Yes, and sometimes we are just an organization's uh, charity of some sort, for lack of a better word, but just an organization that other businesses choose, restaurants
Mhm.
choose to donate to us. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the food. In a lot of cases, it's just that they want to support Grace Klein Community.
I
And
love
so we get their donations, yes.
So, what inspired Feed Birmingham and how has it grown over time? How long has it been going on for?
Grace Klein Community, we have been a nonprofit organization helping the community with food insecurity for about 16 or so years,
Okay.
depending on what your calendar is. But we really want, we just love our neighbors and we just want to connect people. We are all a community. Doesn't matter where you're from. You know, I was born and raised in Jamaica, and now I'm here in Trussville, Alabama, and we've just opened up our new Clay location. I've been here for 22 years, and it feels almost like home, an extension of home, rather,
Mhm.
right? So we just want communities, no matter where you are in a community, to just all come together. At the end of the day, we love each other. We want to help each other, communities that are in need. We want to help students, communities that need food, get them food and stop the food waste at the same time. So we want to love our neighbors by connecting everyone. We want to share resources, and we also want to just create opportunities for everyone
Mhm.
to just experience hope, dignity, and a sense of belonging.
Yes. Incredible. So, this month, Learning Without Limits is focusing on food insecurity, and it's something near to dear and to my heart because I have many kids who go through the summer months without a stable form of or resource for food. So, what do you wish people would understand when they hear the word food insecurity?
Goodness, I wish that people would understand that, I live in Trustville.
Mhm.
Trustville is not necessarily a food desert, right? There are folks in Mountain Brook. Mountain Brook's not necessarily a food desert or different areas. However, there are individuals that still need food,
Hmm.
whether it's food for a month, whether it's food for, I'm just having a bad week, right? Or
Yeah.
I have excess bills that need to be paid for this week, or today is just a bad day and I need food for my
Yeah.
family today. I just want people to realize that food insecurity is not just get rid of that stigma,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you're poor. It doesn't mean that you don't have money for your family forever, or we all go through hardships. And I just want people to understand that not to be embarrassed by it, which is why at our Hoover location, we give out flowers because we have our drive-through there that, you stay in your car and you get a box of food to feed a family of four for an entire week at our Liberty Church location in Hoover off Old
Yeah.
Rocky Ridge Road. And we give away a bouquet of flowers. We try to each time
Yeah.
just to give that family or person a sense of hope
Yeah.
that it's going to be okay. This is not going to last forever.
And that's incredible because that's such a strong message during that time too, with the stigma around it. I know there's a negative connotation, but we all fall on hard times. We all go through a rough patch, and it can happen to literally anyone, and it happens to everybody, truly.
Yes, it
How
does.
This is what's fascinating to me because I absolutely love how y'all rescue food. Can you go into a little bit more depth on your food rescuers? Y'all have a team built for this. And
We do.
I absolutely love it. And I love being the person to actually go to the organizations or businesses to rescue the food. Can you go into more detail about that?
I love that you say we have a team built for this. I love that. I love that terminology. Thanks, Carrie. Well, our food rescuers are volunteers.
Hmm.
They're people that look like you and me, right? And so we have food rescuers that really, once they scan a barcode or so, uh, code, and so they then would sign up to be a Grace Klein Community food rescuer, and it will, in essence, in short, list a all of our restaurants and partners, food partners that we have, and they can then choose to do a rescue. That means rescue food for Grace Klein Community. They would go to one of those one of our food partners, whether it be a restaurant or a grocery store, and it will have the time on that so-called app. I guess it's like an app that they can rescue food between a certain time. It may be from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., maybe from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And they can then rescue that food, bring it back to our facility. And prior to them rescuing, it will give them literally step-by-step instructions on how to get the food from the facility to one of our Grace Klein Community locations, either send it to Hoover, Pelham, Bessemer, or our new location in Clay. And if you guess how many donuts sometimes we get from a couple of donut places.
Oh,
People are
goodness.
usually amazed at,
Really?
oh, sometimes we can get a couple of hundreds of donuts.
That's incredible. I also just want to ask, what are some signs to look out for as an educator or just community member for students, kids, or even families that are going through food insecurity? And how can we
Mm.
help them get the services that they need?
Yes, thank you so much for asking that question, Carrie. There's different signs of food insecurities. Number one, when a child is in school and they're not concentrating or doing well on tests, or
Mhm.
they're falling asleep, they're just fatigued, they have headaches, those are signs that somebody is not receiving food or adequate nutrition, right? Also another thing is poor oral health.
Okay.
Okay. They may be anxious. Some students, they may have diabetes, asthma. There are a lot of different symptoms that can signify food insecurity aside from not being able to concentrate or poor academic performance. So, and then the thing is too that that can also contribute to physical and mental health problems later on in life,
Yes.
which we don't want. So we address food insecurities to children as early as we can to get them to see the importance of not wasting food,
Mm-hmm.
get the parents to understand the importance of food preservation so they can have food for later in case something happens and they happen to run out of food now. And then we also want to address that it's okay.
Yes.
We're here to support everyone, and we try to bring communities together to inspire hope and just a sense of community, to not shame anyone, to just let them know that it is okay and we need to really support each other.
That's incredible. And yes, I did not realize that there were other symptoms. I definitely know, like, concentration and fatigue, but oral
Mhm.
health is not something I expected. But, oral health is very telling to your whole body, and it's very important for your whole body. So that does make sense.
That's right. And it's also telling on your face as well. You
Mm-hmm.
know, students may have a lot of acne. I know that they may be going through that teenage phase, but you are what you eat, right? And
Yes.
it's very telling on your face and skin as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, with Grace Klein Community and everything that y'all do, what are the biggest needs that y'all have right now? Whether like volunteers, donations, partnerships, awareness, what is something that is crucial to help y'all grow and flourish?
Our greatest need is financial.
Okay.
In 2025, we had 19,000 volunteers and
Goodness.
only 189 gave financially.
Mm-hmm.
So this year, we would love an increase of volunteers. We'd love to increase what volunteers are giving by
Okay.
50%. So, we would love to keep Grace Klein Community going and get more financial donations. We are so grateful for our volunteers, but we just want to make sure that everyone understands that financially too helps us a great deal in order to distribute food and give back to our community that needs the food.
Yes. So, how, for somebody that's watching this and that wants to give, how do they give?
So they can go to our website and go to our donate section, support us. They can email us at info@Grace Klein Community. Always, if they have any questions on how to donate, they can walk into our office, write a check. They can do it online. So many options.
Okay.
So I don't want someone to feel that they don't know how to donate, but just, we're a simple phone call or email away.
What is one story or moment that you can remember or think of that reminds you on why all of this matters?
Great question, Carrie. I can tell you one instance, maybe several years ago, that we were running short on fruit, and we had quite a few schools that requested fruit that they were monthly food pickup partners. We're running low, and we huddled together as a team and said, "You guys, we got to pray about this." And we believe in prayer, and God answers prayers. Lo and behold, we walk into the one of our hubs in Bessemer, and there were apples everywhere. One of our food distributors or food partners gave us, I mean, pallets filled with apples. I think it's actually on one of our Facebook page. It was amazing. The whole place smelled like an orchard. We couldn't even hardly walk into the Bessemer location
Oh my goodness.
because that's what a little prayer can do, having faith the size of a mustard seed, right? And we just prayed about it, and then we got apples galore, more than what we so we really had to learn about food preservation then. We were calling
Yes.
all of our schools, for those that had culinary programs to say, come and get these apples, come and
Yes,
preserve these apples, or come help us preserve these apples,
yes.
please, and just and take them and distribute them. So that's just one of the fun God stories that we've had that was just it just showed us the power of prayer and what God can do.
That's incredible. I
And
love
then
that.
I think it happened twice, Carrie. So
Oh my goodness.
it was awesome.
Stop. He said,
Yes,
y'all need fruit. I'm gonna give you so you do not run out.
that's right. And again, every day we see miracles. All we have to do, honestly, is pray about it and God will make it happen.
Amen. That is
Yes.
incredible. Oh, I love that so much. Oh,
That's why we pray with people.
hmm.
Our team prays with whoever comes out, whoever picks up food, whoever says, hey, I need prayer. Or even if we sense that they need prayer, we will pray with them. And it's just amazing what God does every day.
It truly is. And that's so special. And I love that so much.
Being 2026,
Yeah.
we anticipate mobilizing 1,500 food rescue volunteers.
Oh my
That's a
goodness.
huge number to reallocate about 4.6 million pounds of food
That's incredible.
from, yes. And so we're getting all of that food from about 775 food donors, which we, of course, will receive it and then reallocate it back out to the community, which in turn would serve about 950,000 Alabamians, which is huge.
That's
So that
absolutely,
is our goal.
I absolutely love that. That's incredible.
Yes, thank you. That's our goal. So I know that it can happen and we'll make it happen because of our wonderful volunteers and food rescuers. So we are looking forward to accomplishing that this year.
Yes. Oh, that is absolutely incredible.
Yes. I think
So,
what some of what keeps us going too is, last year we set goals for ourselves as well. And there are 67 counties in Alabama, and we've reached 47 counties with addressing food insecurity and helping with food insecurity. So I know that by the end of this year, we can get all 67 counties.
yes, that's incredible. That's absolutely mind-boggling as
Exciting.
well. That's so insane to think about. And that just shows the impact that y'all are making, which is absolutely
Yes,
amazing.
we love it. We love it. We see miracles every day.
As a educator and somebody that works in the education system with kids every single
Yes.
day, I see families. How can schools, teachers, and even community members better support students, families who may be facing food insecurity?
It's a great question, Carrie. So I think that in order to help students that are food insecure is making sure that they have resources that are available to them,
Yeah.
making sure that all of the schools
Hmm.
know that number one, Grace Klein Community is available to provide food, right? And making sure that every student has access to free or reduced lunches as well. Um, we also need to establish food pantries within schools, which
Okay. Yeah.
Grace Klein Community, we love to assist in creating those food pantries. And we have serve teams available that will assist us with doing that as well. Stocking those pantries too with nutritious, healthy foods and not just junk food. It's really important for schools to just partner with local pantries, church food banks, nonprofits as well. Anybody that is able to provide food assistance and resources and make sure that those families are aware of those resources as well. And, I think that we also need to eliminate the stigma
Yeah.
by, offering food assistance in a confidential manner, because there are quite a few students that I run across on a day-to-day basis that don't tell their teachers or even go to the counselors that they need food.
Hmm.
We have what we call Chef Club meals, which are frozen meals, which I don't know if you've ever seen the show Chopped on HGTV, is what I like to compare it to, where
Okay.
we drop off these 55-gallon donation barrels at schools, just, to signify a partnership with our schools. And we have volunteers that take those ingredients from the barrels, the food donations that we get from the barrels, and they also take it from food that we get from our food distributors, our food partners, and we make these Chef Club meals. And then they're frozen meals. And so we are able to give those out to families and students as well. We have a bus driver, one of our schools, that has a cooler in his bus that has these frozen meals that he comes in and he gets through our monthly food pickup partner.
Hmm.
And so he gets these food, it's in his cooler, and he hands it out to the students that need food, that those students may not tell the counselor that they need food,
Hmm.
but at least he's handing it to them discreetly. And
Yes.
those students are very appreciative, and they stick it in the microwave. And one of those meals is 2 servings. So it's a lot. It's healthy
Hmm.
food options that they're getting. And, no one has to know that they need food if they're embarrassed. So we really need to just eliminate that stigma
Yes.
with someone being food insecure. We need to also keep healthy snacks in the classroom,
Hmm.
which is why whenever we partner with schools or other businesses, if they need to come in every month and get food in bulk from us, whether it could be healthy food snacks, granola bars,
Yes.
they can do that, and keep a stash in their desk or wherever their office is, if they know that students are going to come to them for food.
Hmm.
Gosh, we need to, just encourage local businesses to donate food.
Yes.
Um, I think that we just need to create a culture of care
Hmm.
where students and families, they know that they can ask for help without the fear of judgment. That's a big
Yes.
thing,
That is
right?
huge.
Yes, and then of course it also starts with advocating for policies that's
Hmm.
going to help with food insecurity,
Yes.
and providing nutritious food for children, not just fast food at these vending machines in schools.
Yep.
I know at one of my schools, they had, Red Bull in the vending machine for
Oh,
students. That's the last thing that students need is
yes.
caffeine with all that sugar. And they've since then, by petition of some of the students, they've changed it. And so now it's more healthy snacks, and all that Red Bull
Hmm.
and caffeinated drinks are out.
Good. I was
You know,
saying that's the last thing students need is more caffeine and sugar.
Yes, and then also Grace Klein Community, we provide field trips for students where they can learn about food preservation. And super important because now the prices of food has increased.
Hmm.
And so it's more than ever, individuals need to know how to preserve food so it just doesn't go to waste, and they'll have it for later, how to freeze food, just how to
Yes.
different ways of preserving it. So we love students when they come on field trips, and it's an eye opener because they didn't think that it's so easy to preserve food.
Hmm.
So that training and that teaching them is just, I love to see the looks on their faces when they learn how to preserve food, and that, first of all, it is possible and how easy it is. So food doesn't get wasted.
Yes. And it really is. It really is that easy. I thought it was a lot harder too. But once I got married and cooking for just me and my husband, there's a lot of food I've left. And so we had
Yes,
to learn how to first, eat leftovers, but to take it and preserve what we can. And so now we always have meals in our freezer that we can always take and be able to pull out anytime we need it.
that's right. Great job. I'm so proud of you, Carrie. That's awesome.
Thank you. We're learning. We're learning as we go.
Yes, and then you're sharing it with others too. That's wonderful.
Oh, yes. Well, I am just so thankful to be able to talk to you and be able to meet you. I have one final question that I like to ask
Yes.
all of my guests. It's probably the most fun question, in my opinion. because I always get
Yes.
the most very interesting answers. And it's what
Okay.
something you wish more people understood about what you do?
What is something that I wish that people understood about what we do? Is that, you know, Gra- Grace Klein Community isn't just providing food, we're building relationships, and that's super important. We're restoring hope, and we are creating pathways for families to thrive through the power of community. That's it.
Incredible. I love it.
And yes, and you can build relationships with anybody and everywhere you go. And all we need is just a little bit of hope as well. Thank you so much, Gary. It's been
Thank,
wonderful, wonderful meeting you and talking with you.
thank you so much for meeting with me. It's been an absolute blessing. I have learned so much, and this has been so incredible.